Alright, so I'm Jordan from Island Web Design, and we're building at least 10 new websites a month using Astro and Sanity for our web design clients. We design them, we code them, everything. And when you're using a technology as often as we are with Sanity and Astro, you tend to stay on top of all the new technologies and tips and tricks and trends before they're even taught on YouTube. And Astro is bad for that, right? There's loads you can do and nobody teaching it. But thankfully, I like reading articles and I'm well educated on the topic, so I'm going to show you this really helpful Astro package that we use in pretty much every client web design project. So I'm going to show you how you can easily build a search bar for your website no matter where your content lives, and this thing updates itself every time your content changes, meaning you can do a really elaborate search functionality on your website without having to deal with really complex search indexings. So the same as always, there's going to be no cuts. This video is packed with value, and I'm going to show you how we would actually build this for a real client website project. Alright, so I'm on our website here, the Island Web Design website. I'm going to show you how we add this search bar. For everybody that watched the last video and has been following along as we've been building this custom content management system with Sanity and Astro, this is a slight little break from that. We're still using Sanity and Astro, and this does follow on from our last video where I showed you how to, for example, I created a load of my websites here in Sanity, and every time I create a website, it gets rendered to my site, and a new page gets created for it. We can build the whole page in Sanity. But now I want people to be able to come here and search for them. Like, I don't want people to just come, scroll through, pick one they want. I want to literally have a search bar where they can search, and I don't want to bother building a search indexing that's going to have to change every time I update Sanity and the site builds. Now, Astro actually have this awesome plugin called PageFind that handles all this for you. So I'm going to show you how we can build our own search indexing out of all our pages easily that triggers and rebuilds itself every time you run a build. So, first, come into your web folder and just install the package, right? So we're going to run npm install astro-pagefind, and a lot of the time, yeah, you're going to have to run legacy peer deps. So we'll just install that. I'm not going to do any cuts or anything. I want you guys to see exactly how I do it. So no cuts or nothing. You can just watch me. You can watch me get it right. You can watch me get it wrong, all right? So that's installed. So now if we just come in here and import it. So I mean, we really just want page find from Astro page find, and in our integrations here, we just want to say page find, like that. And we should now just be able to start the server. Nothing's going to happen, but we should now be able to start the server. And bang. So what we want to do is we want to build a search bar component. So if we come over into our components, into our Astro components, into search, let's just make one called search bar.astro. Now I already have the page find UI to copy in, but I'm going to walk through and explain it. So let me just open up this other project, search for page find. Is that the one? No, it's down here somewhere. This one. We're just going to take the whole file and bring it in. And we're going to get rid of the styles for the second one because we don't have two on this page. And we're also going to get rid of the variables because those variables aren't part of this project, like that. And we're going to get rid of the second one here. So let me just explain to you how this works. So I've wrapped it in an event listener just to make sure it doesn't render until the DOM content is loaded. And I've also linked the page find UI, CSS, and JavaScript up here, which I'm going to talk more about in a sec. But all you want to do is say new, page find UI. You want to pick the element that's your target. So in other words, I'm picking this element. It has an ID of search, which means the search bar is going to be rendered to that element. That comes in as a prop. And all of the other stuff, I'm going to send you the docs for this in the description. But to be honest, none of it's that important apart from excerpt length, which is just how many characters in length is the result you see. So anyway, now that I've got that there, if we go into the hero, I should be able to just drop in my search component, say that the ID is search, like that. And now if we come over here, we've got a search bar which probably doesn't do anything. Yeah, no results found. So first, let me just move that up a bit, right? So, have we got something here? Yeah, in search bar, I swear we've got like a, top, say like minus 50%. There we go. I mean, that's a bit higher. Say like minus 40. I mean, it doesn't really matter for now as long as it's in a good place. And we want people to be able to come in here. I know why that works. I never deleted the indexing. All right, this I am gonna cut out the video. Refresh the page. npm run dev. Okay, and we've got no search bar here, right? And the reason being is Astro PageFind actually runs when you build the site. So in your dist folder, it's gonna, I'll show you. If we run npx astro build, And pull up our terminal so I can show you what comes in here. Every time you trigger a build, it's going to rebuild your search indexing, so it's always going to be up to date. One page found, but it doesn't have a HTML lang attribute. It did index 30 pages though. That's weird. If you go into the layout, just check that I do have a lang attribute. Yeah, I do. And then in the thank you layout as well, do I have a lang attribute? Yeah, I do, so forget it. Fine, but either way, look, as you can see here, one language, 30 pages, 1,740 words, right? So at the moment, it's indexed all of our pages. And in Dist over here, in page find, we have not only the CSS and stuff that we're linking at the top. If we go into search bar, we have all the CSS we're linking at the top, but we also have our actual indexing that's been made, so it knows what all our pages and stuff are. So that means that if I actually start the server again now, I'll have my search bar, and if I search, I can really search for anything on the site. I mean, there's literally all sorts here. The image is a bit shit. It's all, so I'll show you how we sort out the preview, yeah? So firstly, I don't want people to be able to just search for like smooth and simple and find this card, right? Like that, because where's that going to take them? Back here? Who cares? So what you need to do is you need to choose what you want to index. So it's really simple. Let's go into that slug file. And what this is that this is like the template for these pages. And all you want to do is just go onto the main, which is what everything's wrapped in, and say data page find body. And now if we just get rid of the server, run the build again, realize I better close my WhatsApp. And well, remember it was like 30 pages last time, well now it's 24 because there's 24 website pages. So if we run this again and come back in here now, we'll go home. If we search for Apollo, we'll obviously get Apollo, but if we search for smooth and simple, we don't get none of that shit, right? But how do we sort out this preview? I mean, we've got an icon with a border radius on it. It looks a bit crap. How do we sort that out? I'll show you. First, what you want to do is you want to come in here and find the image, right, that you want to use. So ours is this image, which is like that image, yeah? And we want to say, I think it would be data page find. It's not body, I think it's attributes. I mean, let's go into the other project here and have a look. Oh, it's data. Is it data page find meta? Yes, data page find meta. I'll explain this as we pull it in, but you basically just want to say data page find meta equals image, and you're targeting the source of the image. You want the URL, right? So now, if we actually go back out, npx astro build, still 24 pages. I'm hoping it will work now. If it doesn't, you guys can get to see me fix it. Come in here. And now we've got Apollo with the image. You'd have to play around with the styling to get that to line up right. But what if we want to change the title and the excerpt and stuff? Well, it's actually very simple. All you would have to do, and I just got this from the last project, is you would first say, you want to take both of these, right? And so, you want to come on to the title we're trying to use. Let's say we want this by Island Web Design to be the title. Firstly, data page find index attributes, and we're saying that it needs to index the title, and the image, to be fair. Data page find meta, we can ignore because we've already got the image one there, so we just keep the title one. And then we just want to define the title as by Island Web Design. Like so. And now if I go and rerun that build, and by the way, every time you like trigger a new build with a sanity change or anything, this rebuilds, so your index is always up to date. And we run npm run dev. So now if I come in here and search for Apollo, I get by Island Web Design as the title because that's what I've declared, that's what I've declared as the title. So yeah, I mean, that's how you can make your own customizable search index out of all your Astro pages. This is so handy for blogs, educational websites, design resources, like there's loads of different websites this is handy for, and anything with a blog, articles, or quite a lot of content. So as I said, in the future videos, we do so much elaborate stuff with this, and the fact that we are building at least 10, 15 websites a month for our clients, all with Astro and Sanity, means we're on top of this. I know all the new technology. Astro DB Studio has just come out. You can now build databases and do user authentication with Astro. I'm going to be showing all of that in future videos. If you want to get more free value like this from me, you can sign up for my free newsletter on the Island Web Design website. I'm just giving away the value at this point, sharing everything I'm learning building this web design agency. And regarding Astro and Sanity, there's so much you can do. If any of you know about the new Astro DB Studio, in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how you can build full-blown login functionality using the new Astro Studio. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and make sure you subscribe for more.